house is a boat.
My house is a boat, actually. Yeah. I've dubbed it the Ark, and for Halloween I dress up as Noah. So everybody comes on for the free lunch Friday, even though it's not Friday on Halloween. But
Maybe we should be recording this.
Yeah, this is great.
Groovy. All right, well, I'll go ahead and record and let's rock and roll. I may even surprise you guys. I might have been recording that. Who knows?
All right. I hope so.
The Rock Metal Podcast, episode 196 with Send Request. Okie dokie. All right, so let's get ready to roll. Rock Metal Nation, what is up? This is John from the Rock Metal Podcast. That sample you just heard was Antisocial War by Send Request, who I've got on the show with me right now. They've got a new album called Perspective, set to release via Sharp Tone Records on August 24th. Right now I'm being joined by Derek and Aaron to share some stories about the music and share more info about the band. So, guys, welcome to the show.
Hey, what's going on?
What's up?
I'm Derek.
And I'm Aaron.
And we're in Send Request, and we're pretty stoked to be here.
Yeah, this is great.
Well, we're not actually with you, but
in spirit.
In spirit.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. I've never had a choreographed introduction done before. This is fantastic.
I wish we could say we planned that.
There we go. All right, let's go listen back to that track, Antisocial War.
To the point that you felt so numb in a world that you saw so restless. You wanted more, so you had enough. And I can't believe you did this. You made a mess for the ones you loved. And I won't be so damn helpless, but you left a scar that I won't speak of. And I know you had your reasons, but I can't explain why you're so full of misery. Your life is full of misery, so please tell me what you're fighting for. In this never-ending tragedy, you can't believe it's happening, so please tell me what you're fighting for. In this antisocial war, you left a mark that you so intended, but was it worth all the things you loved? I didn't ask to be so respected. Now I'm hoping you're not up above. And I can't believe you did this. You can't take back all the things you've done. You were just so obsessive. Now my world is becoming undone. And I know you had your secrets, but I can't explain why you're so full of misery. Your life is full of misery, so please tell me what you're fighting for. In this never-ending tragedy, you can't believe it's happening, so please tell me what you're fighting for. In this antisocial war. Put your back, you don't understand me. Hope you take all the things you've done. You always thought I'd been something special. You always thought you were the best of one. Misery, your life is full of misery, so please tell me what you're fighting for. Yeah, this never-ending tragedy, you can't believe it's happening, so please tell me what you're fighting for. When your life is full of misery, your life is full of misery, so please tell me what you're
Antisocial War.
Aw.
All right, coming back from Antisocial War, definitely a kicking track, guys. I'm curious, what's the story or inspiration behind the track?
Oh, that's rough. So,
Yeah, that's a long story.
it's a darker place. In a nutshell, there was a pretty tragic shooting in our local area, and the guy who committed it, he was pretty obsessed with our band and our lead singer. It was just a bad time.
Yeah.
So he ended up, taking some lives, and then he took his own life. And before that, kind of was a little negative towards us. The nicest way to speak that. But yeah, so that song's actually
It's a very
about
personal
that.
song.
Yeah, it's a very, very personal.
Yeah. That's why the tone of the song is kind of anger. Because when it was written, it was you're in a pretty
dark place.
trying to the whole 5 stages of grief deal, working through that, processing all those emotions and whatnot, and we ended up with Antisocial War.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm curious, what, other than maybe just a cathartic way to deal with the situation, what inspired actually putting pen to paper on the song?
I think mainly because it affected Andrew the most. Because this gentleman was very, I don't want to say obsessed, but that's
He's
probably
very
the best,
attached. Yeah.
That's the best way to describe it with Andrew. So it really affected him, and Andrew's a very closed person, so he doesn't like to talk about his feelings much.
Yeah.
But when it comes to music, and especially this record, he really wanted to open up a lot, and that was something that was kind of bothering him and stuff like that. So I know that was something he wanted to get off his chest.
Yeah, everybody's got to have an outlet.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, for Rock Nation who dug the track Antisocial War, if you go to today's show notes, you can see the music video for it. So you go to www.therockmetalpodcast.ca. You can see the music video for Antisocial War. If you guys wouldn't mind taking us through the production of the music video.
So I have this studio, and it's in this very, very old building. I think it was built in like the 1900s. And there's like 3 floors of just like nothing for the most part. Like there's no businesses there or anything like that. And I had free reign of the building, so it was great.
Free reign to break stuff too.
So that's why the guitar went into the wall. I wish we broke more things.
Yeah.
But I forget how, but he came up with like the concept of us just like being in different rooms and things like that, with like some different style lighting and things like that.
Yeah, we each basically like came up with our own vibe for how we wanted our shots to look.
And the purpose of the mask is obviously to kind of go along with the whole thing of like we struggle with like being antisocial and stuff like that. They're always hiding behind a mask and things like that. You don't really know who somebody really is until they show their true colors, right? So
Cool. All right, let's go listen to the next track, Falling to Pieces.
Falling to pieces.
There's nothing to believe in. I'm getting on with every sense I'm feeling, but I think I found a reason. So maybe I can stop staring at the ceiling. And with the changing of the season, I know eventually I'll start my healing. Excuses, abuses, they make me feel so useless. We've got a long way to go. that we're on our own. I think I'm better when we're all alone. I'm doing everything I've ever known, so I won't be falling to pieces. Honestly, I get the feeling that I'm in between where I am and where I wanna be, so I won't be falling to pieces. I won't be falling to pieces.
Rock Metal Nation, it's John from the Rock Metal Podcast for a real quick break to let you know that Jay over at Metal Mayhem Radio is looking to help you get your band in rotation on his station. So go ahead and hit up Jay at studio@metalmayhemradio.co.uk. That is studio@metalmayhemradio.co.uk. Just go ahead and say that the Rock Metal Podcast sent you. He'll get you into rotation on Metal Mayhem Radio. All right, coming back from Falling to Pieces. Now, as I mentioned before in the pre-roll, one of the reasons that I picked this song was because obviously it's a great song, but the sentimentality of the music video just for some reason just struck me, even though I'm not from the same place. It was just cool to be like, hey, started from the bottom, now we here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We're still at the bottom.
I mean, we're kind of like one step up on the ladder
we
now.
finally climbed up a pebble.
Yeah.
We're getting it.
Yeah, no, that video pretty much just kind of evolved from us growing up. Everybody always like talks down on where we're from, because I mean there are some bad things about it, but there's also a lot of good things that people don't really like talk about
behind the scenes. Nanny Coke is mainly known for meth labs
and cancer.
and
Yeah,
cancer,
meth and cancer.
It's just like,
if you're not from here, it's very depressing to come here.
It is, honestly. Well, not for me, but for most.
Yeah.
I mean, this is my hometown, so it's.
Well, no, I'm saying if you're like, if you're from Canada and you come to Nanny Coke,
right,
you're gonna be pretty bummed. So like, we just trying.
I've been to South Chicago. Is it?
It's
completely
probably about
different.
the same or worse, but
I've seen burned cars on blocks. I don't know.
So yeah, I mean that was the whole thing. Is we have a very negative perspective.
Yeah,
again,
no,
perspective,
Nanny Coke is just weird sometimes with that stuff.
People think the NEP area is a very negative area, and drugs and all that kind of stuff. And we just wanted to show that it's all about your perspective. Like, this was our hometown. This is where we learned how to be the people that we are. So
Yeah.
it's like, I mean, the meth labs have cleaned up a little bit, so that's good. But
Luckily,
ultimately, this will always be home.
yeah, no, pretty much the whole goal of this video.
Light,
Yeah.
as opposed to a negative one.
Yeah, it's great seeing the comments from all the people that live around here too. Finally, because a lot of the comments are just them going, "Wow, yeah, like we're happy to live here now," after seing stuff like that,
which is good.
Yeah, it's really cool to see that.
You can't change negativity without putting positivity out there. Like, if everybody just keeps saying this area sucks, it's never going to change.
And then if that's your attitude, nothing's going to change. Like, two negatives still make a negative.
Two negatives don't make it right.
Yeah,
That's right. Power to the people. And you mentioned kind of briefly there the album Perspective. So for Rock Metal Nation, who dug the tracks Antisocial War and Falling to Pieces, is going to be excited to know there is a full album coming out on August 24th called Perspectives. So
Yes.
if you guys wouldn't mind taking us through the album, when we pick it up, what should we expect?
I got this.
A roller coaster of emotions.
Exactly. That is all of this record is.
It's great. I gotta really hand it to our singer.
He's a great lyricist.
Yeah, he's a good songwriter, great lyricist. He's a great guy. I love you, Andrew. Wish you could be here.
Yeah. No, we legitimately wrote this record just to make whoever's listening put them in their feelings.
Yeah, and then Andrew wrote the lyrics out of his own life. But yeah, so with this album, it was definitely we wanted to mean something, not just to us, but to everybody else, and however you wanted to take that.
All right, so the next logical question on Rock Metal Nation's mind, who is totally excited about Perspectives, they dug the two tracks, Antisocial War and Falling to Pieces, is where can we find out more information about you guys on the web?
Google.
All of our social. Yeah, everybody says that. Google. Just Google. Yeah, I mean, just our socials. I mean, us as the band, like if you go on Instagram and Twitter, all of our tags are SR_, and then our names. No, yeah. So Andrew's Twitter is Andrew C. Blank, but the rest of us, it's all SR _.
And then our
names,
first name.
So Derek, Aaron, and John. And then as far as the band socials, you can just type in CenterQuest. It'll come up.
Yeah.
All right. Well, boys, if there's anything else we wanted to throw out there, I just wanted to thank you for taking time out of your day to come onto the Rock Metal Podcast and sharing Send Request with Rock Metal Nation.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, this was awesome. Wouldn't miss it for the world.
What I want to tell the world is there's a pizza place. There's a pizza place in Scranton, Pennsylvania, called Matarazzo's Pizza, and this is a shout out to them. Bring your fucking cannolis back. All right, I missed your cannolis.
Oh, wow.
This is
go there. They're amazing. No, you boys listen for a second.
No, this is a year-long vendetta he's had right now.
I've been writing blogs. They need to bring these cannolis back.
He's been steaming for about a year now.
These are like the best cannolis I've ever tasted in my life, and I've never had one like it. And they just took them away. I called the one day and ordered, and I was like, "Hey, I'll have 4 cannolis," and they were like, "Oh, we don't have any more. Do you want cheesecake?" No, I don't want cheesecake. I want my damn cannoli. So, bring back the cannolis.
Plot twist: they're the only cannolis he's ever had.
All right, Rock Metal Nation. Hopefully you just found your new favorite band and Send Request. Big thanks again to them for coming on and sharing their music with us. Make sure to head over to www.therockmetalpodcast.ca to get all the information on the show you just heard today. And until then, rock on, Rock Metal Nation.